So this was just supposed to be another travel vlog. But on this trip, I had an...
Wait. What do you mean this is not going to be just a travel vlog? We're just...
Just relax. I'm getting there. I had an experience that I wanted to share with you guys.
No, bro.
I had so much fun with my family. I got to chill with my friends. I even went to a wedding. I had good... Anyways, I'm getting there. Just go away. I wanted to share with you guys the experiences that I had on this trip that were so amazing, and also the unexpected lessons that I learned. So here we go. Let's get into this video. You know that feeling of feeling lost? Maybe you don't enjoy the environment that you're in, or you're struggling to fit in with the people around you. For me, I think this feeling hits the hardest when you're far from home. And I think for me, and I think for a lot of you guys as well will agree, sometimes the natural instinct is to just want to keep pushing forward and to just force things and like until it works. Like, let me just... But what if the answer is not moving forward? What if the answer is just actually going back? And that's what I did, guys. I went back. I went back home to familiar faces, back to the surroundings, the sound, the language that I grew up around. And it gave me so much clarity, and I learned so many things unexpectedly from this trip that I really just had to share with you guys. So like I said, this was just supposed to be a travel vlog, but the experience that I had was one that's worth sharing. And that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to share with you what happened on my trip. I didn't even think about this when I made this move, and I'm sure most of you that are in my situation didn't, but essentially I became a statistic, because every year millions of people move away from their homes in search of a better future. And for many, including those from developing countries like myself, that move is not really a choice, it's kind of a necessity. Like, you gotta do it. To leave the very support systems that shaped who you are as a person, there's a price to pay. Because let's face it, guys, it's more than just physical distance when you make this move. The interesting thing is that when you're far from home, this actually increases feelings of loneliness and isolation. And research actually shows that being far away from your family increases these feelings of isolation. And not only that, but it also increases your risk of mental health struggle. And for me, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this, we're not actually equipped to be able to recognize these feelings within ourselves. Not only that, but we're not usually equipped with the tools to deal with this. For many, seeing family actually becomes a rare privilege, like a once a year thing if you're lucky, and it takes a toll because humans thrive on connection. Reconnecting with family isn't just a luxury, it's actually a necessity. Granted, we all come from different backgrounds where things are done differently, but we all need our people around us. So no matter what your situation is, like maybe you're a student who's starting first year somewhere, or you're working in a foreign country, or you even work from home, this is for you. So listen up. Let's talk about why home and family matter more than we realize. So I left Zimbabwe when I finished high school. Before this, I had just been living under my parents' roof or in boarding school the whole time. And these were places that I knew, they were safe, they were familiar. But when my parents casually mentioned leaving the country for university, guys, I did not hesitate. I was on those applications quicker than they could say, I don't know, whatever.
What?
Quicker than you could say whatever. What?
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyways, I was on those applications with the quickness because, like many of us, this was viewed as a move towards greener pastures and towards a better future. Now, as a child, home was just a physical place, a routine backdrop to my life. Yeah, there was a meaning to it, but definitely not as deep as what I've developed as I've gotten older, and definitely not as much as on this last trip that I had. And moving through life, I often thought I could create belonging anywhere. When I left home, I'll be honest, I really didn't have the best outlook on my homeland. Like, just that thing of seeing so many people suffering whilst a few people seem to thrive, and just watching things getting tougher and tougher every year. Leaving was about just getting away from all of that. And, you know, seeing all of that just really tainted how I saw my homeland. Like, it just, in my mind, shaped the place as a place of just struggle and inequality. As I've gotten older and I've learned more and I've experienced more and been exposed to a lot more things, I can definitely say that every place has its struggles. There's nowhere on this earth that is perfect. And that's the hard part and the journey that I've had to go on over the years, trying to separate the negative emotions and the hurt that you feel from your love and admiration that you have for your culture, for your upbringing, for the environments that you grew up in, for your language. It's been a tough journey, but it's really been an enlightening one. And the most significant realization for me was that there are experiences that help you and they mold you and shape you into the person that you become. But the bottom line is, it's possible to accept both the negative and the positive and just love and accept home for what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
When you step out into the world and you have to face all the uncertainties and the challenges that brings, home is like an invisible anchor. It's not about denying its imperfections. It's about embracing the fact that it made you stronger, more resilient and empathetic, and equipped you to deal with everything that life brings. Yeah, no, this next part. No, I love weddings. I love it. I love love. I really love love. I'm surprised I didn't cry at this wedding. At my cousin's wedding, I was a mess. As soon as I saw my cousin in a dress, I was like, oh my God. I was walking down the aisle because I was a bridesmaid and my eyes were red. And Tap was like, bro, your eyes are red. What's going on? It's just so beautiful. Okay, anyways. Weddings are a celebration of... So, the wedding. On this trip back home, we were privileged enough to attend a friend's wedding. And what was so great about this for me was actually so many things. But it was, number one, seeing someone that you've known from when they were so young, seeing them making this big step and actually seeing how grown up they were. It was amazing. And also just seeing the unity and the love between the two, bringing the two families together. You could just see the pride and the joy on the parents' faces and on their families' faces. And that was great to witness, And I think speaking in terms of going back home and back to your roots, that element of just seeing the tradition of the wedding being respected. And as much as a lot of people do white weddings, I think every culture does it their own way. And just being in that environment where, people are ululating and people are bringing out Mazambia and putting them on the floor. That's the stuff that we do. Also just solidified that feeling of being home and that feeling of belonging. And when they're doing that stuff, you know what's happening, you know exactly what they're doing. And it's this is home. Also, it was great to see, we got to see other friends that we hadn't seen in a long time, and reconnecting with those people was also really, really amazing. But to me, the most significant thing that happened to me on this wedding was actually being there with my husband and also remembering the reasons why we got married and what marriage means to us. And we also got to reconnect in a special way by witnessing the union of these two. And it's just like nothing else that you can replicate or that you can witness. So for me, attending the wedding was just a reminder that, life isn't meant to be lived alone. And it's about creating a safe space where you can be yourself. And when I say you're not meant to do life alone, I'm not just talking about you need to have a partner and get married. It's also about the fact that we were all there because we in some way have made a connection with both or one of these two that are getting married. And the fact that we just all did that to support them. And if they hadn't put effort into fostering all of those connections, whether be it with their family or with us, their friends, there would be no one at their wedding. We were literally just there to be there for them. We probably spent a total of 15 minutes with the actual couple. But it's not about that. It's about showing your love and your support and appreciation for this connection that's been fostered over years and years and years. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it there for today, guys. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. And also please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.